Seen is like how can we create jobs, how can we create first the organization units, and then how can we create the positions. Now today we will learn about reporting structure. There is a thing in SAP which is called as reporting structure. uh, and then there is another thing that I wanted to tell you about is the validity period. Validity period is nothing but when we talk about the dates, and what we're gonna see is like how important is the period or historical records generally in SAP while creating organizational structure, or as a matter of fact any another object. So reporting structure first. So see, in reporting structure, whenever I'm hiring any employee in SAP, whenever I will be hiring any employee, first of all, that employee, the object will be, in this case, the object will be, what will be the object ID whenever I will be hiring any employee? What will be the object ID whenever I'll be hiring any employee? For employees, what is the object ID that I've mentioned? Employee, people, person. It's P. Okay, it's P. So whenever I will be hiring any employee, its object will be created with the ID. I mean, with the object ID P only. Okay. So like in this case, PPOM underscore old. Let me pull up my organization unit, the one which. So like I can see, you can see that I have created this object, so it is denoted by O, right? Because so what it is telling me that this is an organization unit object. If I see again that this is the object O, again this is an organization unit object. But I've created positions as well. How can I see the positions now? So whenever I go into this one, no positions. Position then S. Right? S. Yeah, it asks. They ask this thing in interview a lot. That okay, name me the five most important object IDs and what is the denotion of it. Okay, so see, in a standard structure, whenever I will open a standard structure, I can only see the organization unit. If I want to see the position, so I have to go onto the staff, click onto the staff assignment, or I have to go from here, go to staff assignment. So whenever I will be clicking a staff assignment, then I can see the positions that I have created. See the change, the field is completely changed over here. The field is not an organization unit. The field is now a position. Similarly, if I want to go back, then I can go on to go to, and then I can go again back onto the organization structure. If I want to see again the staff assignment, then I can click onto the staff assignment, and then it will show me that where I have created the different positions. Have you got this thing? Yes. Okay, so why we are creating different positions again? Like, see, we have created organization unit, and again, we want to hire some employees under those organization unit. It may be possible that I can create a different plant over here, and then it may also be possible that I have to hire 1,000 employee under those plant. Okay, so but this is the C-level executive type of positions that we have created over here, and let's say we want to hire a couple of people in this position. So how can we hire? Like, see, again, like in the last lecture also, I've explained this thing that this entire organization T code, that is which one? PPOC underscore old. Or if I want to change anything, then I'll go on to the PPOM underscore old. I can create only 3 objects or 4 objects under this one. Which are those objects? These are those objects. I can create the organization unit, I can create the position, I can create the job. Cost center and person is something will be created separately. It's no, I cannot create cost center and person or employee under this one. See, when I talk about this object person, I have to run the hiring action for this one. Hiring action. Where do I run the hiring action? I have run it generally in PA40. And whenever I will be running a hiring action, I will be running it for a specific position, and automatically the person P will pop up over here. Whenever I will be hiring any employee for that position. We'll see that in the upcoming lecture, but I'm explaining this part again that in an organization structure, whenever I'm creating organization structure in PPOC underscore old, so I know basically there are these five important objects. There are these five important object IDs, but there only three of them I can create it. Only three of them I can create it with the help of this transaction code. These two ones I have to create it separately. In which this person object, or generally whenever I talk about employee, this is generally carried out through the help of PA40 transaction code. And this one, whenever I talk about cost center, this is uh, this is done by T code, which is called as KS01. Okay. Generally, in a real-time scenario, the cost center creation is an FI consultant job. It's not an HCM consultant, but we are performing an end-to-end implementation for the demo purposes. So we will create. We have to create the cost center on our own. So we will also get an idea like how to generally create a cost center. Why do we create a cost center? Why do we create a cost center? See, in SAP, every position or every person, there is some kind of a monetary activity will always be there. So to capture that, we generally create the cost center. Okay. So I'm not sure. I think so. I've shared one book with you. If not, I will share it today, and it gives the good explanation about cost center and a person and the other objects. So it will give you a good idea about that. Okay. Now come back to so let's see like how whenever I'll hire any kind of a person, how it generally sees. So like as of now we will carry only this one. अभी अपन यही carry करेंगे सारा के सारा configuration करने के लिए. But मैंने एक अलग से एक create किया हुआ था. तो let me show you just for the sake of it कि how it generally looks like whenever I hire any employee. So let's say this one. सो ये मैंने एक अलग से ऑर्गेनाइजेशन यूनिट क्रिएट किया था. इसके अंदर आई विद इन द फाइनेंस डिपार्टमेंट ओनली एज एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन यूनिट आई हैव क्रिएटेड दीज नंबर ऑफ पोजीशंस. So these number of positions are there in this organization unit. Okay, and now if I see, so can you see that there is an employee who is holding this position? There are two employees actually who are holding this position. Correct.
Yes.
So what is the object ID? P.
P.
Correct. So now let's say this one. So I'll give you a quick one more example. Let's say there is this position ID. Now, if I want to assign employee over here, what should I do? So I'll hire for this position. So how do I hire in the system? Don't worry, we'll cover all of this configuration. So just wanted to show you like how the person ID is generally being maintained. One second. Okay, now let's go into the PA40. Still no actions. Strange. Okay, let's do this thing. This part I will show you later. I think so. I need to see. I think so there are few things which are missing in system. I'm not sure who else have tempered it. But let's go with the reporting structure and let's see about the reporting structure. See, um, so where is my organization unit? This one. So let's say there are few jobs I want to create also for this one as well. So what I will do for creating a job, I'll go on to the position and let's say I want to create, okay, let's say first create a job at ENG at SRENG at, at executives. So these are the four category of jobs that I have created, and now let's create a position with the help of these four jobs. So let's say first I want to create a couple of positions which are related to the executives. So let's say I want to create four positions for executives. Mm. So now under this organization unit, I have created four jobs which are for executives. Now I want to create couple of more positions. Let's say I want to create managers. Let's say I want to create two positions of managers. So within this only I have created two another positions of managers. Let me create couple of more positions. Let's say I want to create couple of engineers. This naming convention you can take anything. It doesn't has to be in this way only, but you can take anything. And basically it is different from client to client basis also, with whatever they want to generally follow. So I've created two engineers, and let's say I want to create one senior engineer. So this I'm creating only one position. Okay. Now let's see. Let's try to understand this requirement. Okay. So again, like if I come back over here, that just now with the different organization unit, I've shown you that okay, while hiring an employee, it is generally denoted by the object which is known as P. Okay, so this I know that whenever I'll be hiring an employee, it is generally denoted by with the object known as P. Now, this object, this object is generally assigned or generally hired for a particular position. For a particular position. Let's say position is engineer, and it is denoted by with the ID S that we know. Okay. Now I'm hiring one another employee. Hiring employee number one. I'm now hiring another employee, which is let's say two. Employee number two. Again, this will be denoted by with the object P. Okay, it will have a different object ID. I mean that 8-digit object ID will always be different. But again, this person is hired for position senior engineer, senior engineer S again. So let us try to understand what is the requirement over here. So the requirement is what I actually want. I want that employee 1 reports to employee 2. This is what I want in the system. Employee reports to employee 2. Employee 1 reports to employee 2. This is what I want in system. How should I do that? So see, in SAP, I will never create the relationship. So report to is a relationship. Okay, a report to is a relationship. So in SAP, I will never be able to create the relationship between P and P. That is this employee and this employee. I always have to create this relationship between the positions. Are you able to get? Can you get it? Like what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I'm getting.
Okay. So see, ओनली व्हेन आई क्रिएट पोजीशन, जब भी मैं पोजीशन क्रिएट करूंगा मुझे ये डिफाइन करना पड़ेगा कि भाई सीनियर इंजीनियर किसको रिपोर्ट कर रहा है. सीनियर इंजीनियर रिपोर्ट्स टू whom, sorry, engineer reports to whom. In this case I am saying engineer reports to engineer position, engineer position 1 reports to senior engineer position, senior engineer position 2. ओके. तो मैं ये जो बाइफरकेशन कर रहा हूँ, ये बाइफरकेशन मैं पोजीशन लेवल पे कर रहा हूँ. आई विल नेवर बी एबल टू डू दिस बाइफरकेशन एट एन एम्प्लॉय लेवल. फिर अब अगर मान लो कि ये कोई पोजीशन आईडी हो गई और मान लिया कि मैंने ये पोजीशन आईडी हो गई, this is the position ID, and then this is the another. Okay, let's do it in this way. This is the position ID for engineer, and then this is the position ID for senior engineer. Let's say, just consider it as an example. So मैं सिस्टम में अब मैं इस पोजीशन के लिए राम को हायर करूंगा और इस पोजीशन के लिए श्याम को हायर करूंगा, तो इट विल ऑटोमेटिकली दैट राम विल रिपोर्ट टू श्याम. मेरे को कहीं पे भी और डिफाइन करने की जरूरत नहीं है, बिकॉज आई हैव डन दैट सेग्रीगेशन एट अ पोजीशन लेवल. आई हैव ऑलरेडी डिफाइंड दैट कि इस पोजीशन पे जो पोजीशन नंबर 1 है उस पे अगर मैं किसी को भी हायर करूंगा तो वो ऑटोमेटिकली पोजीशन नंबर 2 के एम्प्लॉय को रिपोर्ट करेगा. So in SAP, the reporting structure is created at a position level. It will never be able to create at an employee level. तो जब भी मैं positions create करूंगा, I have to define the reporting structure among those positions. That okay, I've created this position 1 and now this position 1 should report to position 2. Doesn't matter. अब मैं अगर इसके लिए श्याम को भी हायर कर लूंगा और यहाँ पे अगर मैं राम को हायर करूंगा तो श्याम will report to राम. So again, it will be
Yes,
at
sir.
the time of hiring. I will decide कि ठीक है कौन सी position के लिए मुझे उसको hire करना है, and by automatically yeah, while creating the organization structure, whenever I will be creating the position, then the reporting structure automatically gets adjusted over there. So how do we create this reporting structure? Okay, तो सबसे पहले let's decide it over here. I want this assistant manager to अच्छा, it ऐसा ज़रूरी भी नहीं है कि this reporting structure has to be created for top down approach. अगर मैं चाहूँ तो ये assistant manager को सीधे CEO को report करने के लिए भी कह सकता हूँ. I don't have to necessarily create that okay, the assistant manager should always report to CTO. So this I can do like any point of time. So how should we do that? So for doing that, first of all, I have to select the organization unit कि कौन सी organization unit के लिए. देखो ये वाली ऑर्गेनाइजेशन यूनिट्स के अंदर इतनी पोजीशंस क्रिएट की हुई हैं, and these are the positions which are valid for this particular organization unit. So first I will have to select the organization unit, that okay, this is the organization unit, और इसके अंदर जितनी भी positions आ रही हैं, for that I have to create the reporting structure. For that I have to create the reporting structure. So while selecting the organization unit, I've already created the positions. Now what I need to do, I will go on to the go to and I will go on to the reporting structure. Okay. सो जब भी अब देखो, अगर कहीं पे कुछ भी मिस हो जाए तो ऐसा मत सोचना कि ओके, एम आई इन द रॉन्ग स्क्रीन और नॉट. चेक दिस फील्ड ऑलवेज. रिपोर्टिंग स्ट्रक्चर. रिपोर्टिंग स्ट्रक्चर. Okay, now how should I assign it? So I'll simply select this one. Okay, that this is the assistant manager one, and okay, subordinate to whom? Subordinate to whom? I want to assign it. अब देखो, ये वाली position मैंने ली है, ये वाली position मुझे ली है. I want to assign this position directly to the CEO level. So I have locked this position. Once again, I'm crossing it. I have kept my. I will go over here. I will keep my cursor over here. I'll select this field. ये वाली पोजीशन को मैं सेलेक्ट करूंगा and I'll go on to the subordinate. Once I will go on to the subordinate, then I can select that okay, this position that I have selected is locked, and now I want to assign it to the CEO. That means I want this position to report to the report directly to the CEO. So I've selected this one, and now can you see the relationship between them? That this is the this is the main relationship. I mean, and this is the sub or under the CEO position. So I can now save it.
So can you show it again?
Yeah. So देखो, अब जैसे कि ये चीफ ऑफ ऑपरेटिंग ऑफिसर है. Let's say I have this CTO. I want this CTO to report to CEO again. So I'll keep my cursor onto the CTO. ये सिलेक्ट किया, ये वाली पोजीशन आईडी जो मेरे को दिख रही है, ये सिलेक्ट किया. देयर इज दिस रेड ओवर हियर दैट यू कैन सी. देयर इज अ, आई हैव सिलेक्टेड दिस वन, एंड नाउ आई विल गो ऑन टू द सबऑर्डिनेट. And now once I'm in a subordinate, I can select this poke symbol. I can select that okay, which is the position that I want to assign this position under. जैसे कि मैं चाह रहा हूँ कि CTO should report directly to CEO. So now I can select CEO, and now I can save over here. So see within CEO, now CEO को कौन कौन सी positions report कर रही हैं? So the people who will be working at a CTO level, who will be working at an assistant manager level, will report directly to CEO. And again, let's say I want to, for chief of operating officer, I want to do the same. I'll select the chief of operating officer. I'll go on to the subordinate, and then I will again select the CEO over here. And now we can see that under CEO, we have three positions which are reporting under CEO. Okay, so as of now, I want to keep the board of director as it is. I'm saying that okay, the board of directors are the individual persons, and these should be as it is. No one should they should not be reporting to anyone. They are the they are the C level entity, and they should be kept it as the same. Okay, so this I have assigned, but let's see the other let's see other hierarchical things. Okay, so once I am out of the reporting structure, it will look the same. ऐसा ही दिखेगा, but once I am in the reporting structure, तो मेरे को दिख जाएगा कि okay, who is reporting to whom. Now let's talk about this organization unit. This organization unit. I'll select this organization unit, and where do I will go? मेरे को अब इसका reporting structure बनाना है, तो मैं क्या करूँ?
Go to an organization structure.
Where?
Organization structure.
Organization structure में चले गए. Now what? No. See again. देखो, सबसे पहले मेरे को पोजीशन देखनी पड़ेगी, तो आई विल गो एंड आई विल गो इनटू द स्टाफ असाइनमेंट. तो मेरे को पोजीशन दिख गई कि कौन कौन सी है. नाउ I have to select this organization unit. I have to select this organization unit, and then I have to go to reporting structure. कि अब जो पोजीशंस है उसके बीच में मुझे रिपोर्टिंग बनाना है, कौन सा किसको रिपोर्ट करेगा. So I'll go into the reporting structure. And now, how can I see I'm in a reporting structure? There will be pop-up over here that, okay, that there will be title over here that I am in a reporting structure. अब मेरे को रिपोर्टिंग स्ट्रक्चर बनाना है तो क्या करना है. लेट्स से आई वांट ये जो चार के चार एग्जीक्यूटिव्स हैं, लेट्स से आई वांट देम टू रिपोर्ट टू दीज टू मैनेजर्स. आई वांट दीज टू engineers टू रिपोर्ट टू सीनियर engineers, and then this senior engineer then reports to manager, and then both of the manager reports to regional manager. अब देखो ये वाला स्ट्रक्चर कैसे बनाते हैं अपन. We are creating a little complex over here. So first I will select this executive, 419 object ID है इसकी. I'll go on to the, कहाँ जाऊँगा मैं, इस एग्जीक्यूटिव को मुझे इस मैनेजर को असाइन करना है, तो क्या करूँ, यहाँ पे सबऑर्डिनेट. ओके, सबऑर्डिनेट. अब मैं कहाँ क्लिक करूँ, मैनेजर को असाइन करना है. सेव. सो नाउ आई कैन सी दैट ये वाला जो एग्जीक्यूटिव था वो अब इस मैनेजर को रिपोर्ट करेगा. ओके, ये वाले एग्जीक्यूटिव को भी मुझे इस वाले मैनेजर को असाइन करना है, तो क्या करें. आई विल गो ऑन टू द सबऑर्डिनेट and then I will click this manager. Okay. Now the other two executives that I'm having, that is 2-1 and 2-2. Okay, so we'll distribute it among one for this one and another for this one. So 2-1 I'm again taking subordinate 1-9. Oh, 2-1 I'm taking subordinate to this manager, 2-3 manager. And this 2-2 I am taking subordinate to 2-4 manager. So देखो मैंने दो मैनेजर की पोजीशन क्रिएट की, चार एग्जीक्यूटिव्स की पोजीशंस क्रिएट की. सो दो एग्जीक्यूटिव्स को मैंने इस मैनेजर को असाइन कर दिया, दो एग्जीक्यूटिव्स को मैंने इस मैनेजर को असाइन कर दिया. अब मैं चाह रहा हूँ कि सबसे पहले ये दो इंजीनियर्स को इस सीनियर इंजीनियर को असाइन कर दूँ. ये दो, तो फिर ये मैंने इस वाले इंजीनियर पे कर्सर किया. अच्छा, अब देखो एक और तरीका है विच इज़ द एलिवेट. तो मतलब दोनों तरीके से कर सकते हैं, सबऑर्डिनेट से भी कर सकते हैं, एलिवेट से भी कर सकते हैं. एलिवेट इज जैसे कि अगर आपके पास हंड्रेड्स ऑफ पोजीशंस हो तो फिर देन सिंगल पोजीशन लेके इट विल बिकम टू टीडियस. देन इन दोस केसेस वी जनरली यूज दिस फील्ड विच इज एलिवेट. सो व्हाट आई कैन डू, आई कैन सिंपली क्लिक ऑन टू द सीनियर इंजीनियर जो जिस पोजीशन पे मुझे असाइन करवाना है लोगों को. सो सीनियर इंजीनियर के अंदर मुझे ये दो चाहिए. सो आई विल क्लिक ऑन टू द सीनियर इंजीनियर, आई विल गो ऑन टू द एलिवेट, एंड इन एलिवेट आई कैन डिसाइड कि कौन से दो पोजीशन इसके अंदर आनी चाहिए. एंड आई कैन सिंपली चेक बॉक्स. मैं चाह रहा हूँ कि सीनियर इंजीनियर के अंदर, सी आई हैव सिलेक्टेड द सीनियर इंजीनियर ओवर हियर एंड देन आई हैव क्लिक्ड ऑन टू द एलिवेट. वंस अगेन आई एम क्रॉसिंग दिस वन. कैसे करूँगा मैं, मेरे को सीनियर इंजीनियर के लिए ये दो पोजीशन असाइन करनी है, सीनियर इंजीनियर के अंदर ये दो इंजीनियर को असाइन करना है. तो क्या करूँ, सीनियर इंजीनियर पे क्लिक किया, सिलेक्ट दिस वन एंड देन गो ऑन टू एलिवेट. अब अगर मैं चाहूँ तो इस केस में मैं सबऑर्डिनेट पे ऐसे नहीं जा सकता हूँ. इस सबऑर्डिनेट विल वर्क फ्रॉम डाउन टू अप. ओके, कि इंजीनियर से सीनियर इंजीनियर. वेयर एज अगर मेरे को सिंपली सारे के सारे लोगों को उसके अंदर असाइन करना है, देन आई कैन सेलेक्ट that up level position, that is senior engineer, and then I can go on to elevate and then I can select it over here that which position I want under it. So only the engineers, save it, and now I can see both the engineers are under the senior engineer. Both the engineers are under the senior engineer only. They will report, जो भी मैं इसके ऊपर हायर करूँगा वो he will automatically report to the senior engineer. Whereas अगर ये दो एग्जीक्यूटिव लेवल पे मैं जो भी पोजीशंस हायर करूंगा दे विल रिपोर्ट टू हिम. Whereas अगर ये दो एग्जीक्यूटिव पोजीशंस के ऊपर मैं किसी को भी हायर करूंगा ही विल रिपोर्ट टू द मैनेजर. सो नाउ दिस इज द ट्री स्ट्रक्चर दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ.
कैन वी एडिट दिस?
क्या
कैन वी एडिट दिस? सपोज आई वांट दिस इंजीनियर टू बी रिपोर्टिंग सम मैनेजर, so I want to edit that.
Yes, you can edit it. Now let's say this person is actually leaving the company. जो भी इसके ऊपर होगा, लेट्स से ही इज लिविंग द कंपनी एंड आई वांट अ सब्स्टिट्यूट. नाउ आई वांट, okay, let's do this thing. Okay, let's first complete it and let's go back onto the same scenario जो आप कह रहे हो. So let's first complete this one. So now I have this tree structure कि इस मैनेजर के अंदर ये दो एग्जीक्यूटिव हैं, इस मैनेजर के अंदर ये दो एग्जीक्यूटिव हैं, एंड देन देयर इज दिस सीनियर इंजीनियर विच इज अ डिफरेंट कैटेगरी ऑल टुगेदर. उसके अंदर ये दो इंजीनियर हैं. नाउ व्हाट आई वांट इन दिस ट्री स्ट्रक्चर, आई वांट ये जो दो मैनेजर हैं एंड ये जो सीनियर इंजीनियर है, दे शुड डायरेक्टली रिपोर्ट टू द रीजनल मैनेजर. नाउ all these three people should report to the regional manager. So how do I do that? अब सिंपली मैं यहाँ पे जाके एलिवेट को भी यूज़ कर सकता हूँ, सबऑर्डिनेट को भी यूज़ कर सकता हूँ, बट सबऑर्डिनेट को यूज़ करूँगा तो एक एक करके मेरे को तीनों को लेना पड़ेगा. बट यहाँ पे सिंपली मैं जाके आई विल गो ऑन टू द एलिवेट एंड देन आई कैन सेलेक्ट सीनियर इंजीनियर. अच्छा, अब यहाँ पे मेरे को इंजीनियर वगैरह सेलेक्ट करने की जरूरत नहीं है बिकॉज आई हैव ऑलरेडी असाइन देम. ओके, अदरवाइज इट विल क्रिएट अ कॉन्फ्लिक्ट. सो सीनियर इंजीनियर एंड द टू मैनेजर्स, save, and now I have created the tree structure कि सबसे पहले पोजीशन के अकॉर्डिंग रीजनल मैनेजर आ रहा है. And now let's say we have so under regional manager there are three category of there are three employees which are the two managers and one senior engineer, and under both the managers we have two executives who are reporting to that manager, and then under senior engineer then we have two engineers who are reporting directly to the senior engineer, and then the senior engineer is reporting to the regional manager. So this is the tree structure. Now let's understand the requirement one more time. Now you're saying that what you want to do, let's say we want to assign both of these executives. Let's say we have this one executive. We want we want this executive to directly report to this manager instead of this manager, correct? यही चाहिए अपन को,
Yes.
यही चाहिए, right? So I'll go over here, I'll select this one, subordinate, and let's say relationship period, I'll go on to this manager, and देखो अब मैं चाह रहा हूँ कि इसका पीरियड होना चाहिए. नाउ सी दिस इज द वैलिडिटी पीरियड. अभी देखो इस तरह की रिक्वायरमेंट को समझो. अभी मैंने क्या डिफाइन किया कि ये वाला जो एग्जीक्यूटिव है ये इस मैनेजर को रिपोर्ट कर रहा है फ्रॉम विच डेट, 29th of February, that is today. Okay, अब मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि let's say from 5th of March, let's say from 5th of March 05/03/2024. अब मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ कि 5th of March से this employee should come under this manager. Save. So see what we have created over here. अभी तो ये इस एग्जीक्यूटिव उसको रिपोर्ट करेगा, बट ओके, वन सेकंड, द वैलिडिटी पीरियड हैज नॉट बीन सेव्ड एज ऑफ नाउ. let me delete this one. Okay, so we have to delete that position, but let's say this employee, I'm not sure why I'm not being able to save the validity period, but generally system में ऐसा कर सकते हैं कि I can change the validity period of this employee. Or if I want, what I can do, I can directly go over there and I mean generally See, I cannot like the ये जो position है I cannot directly assign to this one. In that particular case, अगर कोई employee छोड़ के जा रहा है इस position को, then probably I have to create a different position under that. But अगर मुझे substitute assign करना है, तो what I can actually do कि like if let's say this manager is going on a leave, then I want this manager to take care of this employee. Then in that particular case also ये जो position है इसको मैं directly इसके लिए भी roll out कर सकता हूँ. तो subordinate to 2 3 manager as well, then in that case it will report to this one. Okay,
Yes.
now the concept about the validity period. Abhi dekho, now so this is the entire reporting structure. I hope you get an idea. Like अगर कुछ इसमें difficulty आए तो you can again go follow the recording and can do it as per that. But again let me explain this one more time. So generally जब भी हम जाते हैं system के अंदर we'll go on to the organization unit only, and within organization unit if I want to see what is the positions that I've created, I will go to and go on to the staff assignment. अब इसमें भी मुझे ये देखना है कि ओके कि इन पोजीशंस का रिपोर्टिंग स्ट्रक्चर क्या है, मतलब कौन किसको रिपोर्ट कर रहा है. तो अगेन आई विल गो टू एंड आई कैन सिंपली क्लिक ऑन टू द रिपोर्टिंग स्ट्रक्चर, देन इट विल गिव मी द रिपोर्टिंग आइडिया. एंड देन एट द सेम टाइम आई एम सेइंग देन there is a special provision in SAP. Let's say I want to one second, reporting structure. Let's say I want this manager to be the chief. मैं ये चाह रहा हूँ अब सिस्टम के अंदर कि ठीक है कभी कभी क्या होता है कि ये मैनेजर लीव पे है, ये मैनेजर लीव पे है, ये मैनेजर लीव पे है. अगर उस तरह का केस आ जाए तो देन इन दैट केस जो ये दूसरे एम्प्लॉयज अगर लेट्स से अगर लीव अप्लाई करते हैं या अप्रेजल्स करते हैं तो whom should they reach out to, or how the system should behave in those sort of scenario. Then in that case regional manager I can make him a chief. So generally, ideally, say, so in this case, अब देखो चीफ का मतलब यही हो जाएगा यहाँ पे कि लाइक ही इज द मेन चीफ ऑर्गेनाइजर ऑफ ऑल द एम्प्लॉइज. बट स्टिल जो भी अपन ने रिपोर्टिंग स्ट्रक्चर बनाया था दैट विल स्टिल वर्क. बट इफ इन केस इफ एनीवन इज ऑन लीव then he can directly go on to the chief and can get the things resolved from there. Okay, now there is a thing about the validity period. Now let's understand the requirement of the validity period. अब देखो क्या है कि जो ये मैंने सॉफ्टवेयर कंपनी बनाई थी, अब ये जो मैंने सॉफ्टवेयर कंपनी बनाई थी यहाँ पे वेमुद लाइफ सॉफ्टवेयर प्राइवेट लिमिटेड. I am saying that we have inaugurated this company from 1st of January 2020 से हमने ये कंपनी चालू की थी. ठीक है, तो SAP में भी हमने उसको ऐसे ही मैप किया है कि 1st of January 2020 से लेके end of the period. Now when we have started this company we have created 2 branches. One is Vemud Life India and another one is VL or Vemud Life US. So we have created 2 branches. That is also valid from 1st of January 2020. ठीक है, 1st of January 2020. So within Vemud Life India, what we have created? Within Vemud Life India, we have created Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka. Vemud Life Gujarat, Vemud Life Maharashtra, Vemud Life, Karnataka. Now, and that is also valid from 1st of January 2020 as well. That is also valid from 1st of January 2020 only. So now, after operating for 3 years or close to 4 years, now the management of Vemud Life software industry has decided that we wanted to open one more branch, or let's say we wanted to open one more department. That will be valid from that will be Vemud Life MP, and let's say that will be valid from 29th Feb 2024. उसका इनॉग्रेशन आज ही किया है, राइट? तो अब देखो इस तरह की रिक्वायरमेंट को मैं SAP में कैसे मैप करूंगा? सो सिंपली आई कैन अगेन एवरी सिंगल पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम आई कैन गो ओवर देयर. जब भी मेरी ये कंपनी भी एक्सपांड होगी, जितनी भी एक्सपांड हो जाए, एवरी सिंगल पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम आई कैन create new objects into this one, and at the same time I can define the validity period of those objects as well, कि उसका validity period क्या होना चाहिए, the new objects that I'm creating. So let's say I want to create a new object under this one, save, and period here I want to define for the object unit as 29 Feb 2024, and this one we are creating as VLMP. So can you see that this new object that I've created, it's only valid from this year. It's not valid from 2020.
Yes. So then why it is showing there not occupied?
Which one? This one? क्यों not occupied means अभी तक के मैंने उसके ऊपर किसी भी पर्सन को असाइन नहीं किया है. अभी भी मैंने अभी तक के मैंने इसके अंदर किसी भी एम्प्लॉय को हायर नहीं किया है. Once I will hire any employee, then it will show that okay, it's valid. I have not hired any employee. We just have created the positions in system only.
Okay.
अच्छा, अब मैं अगर चाह रहा हूँ कि मैं इस वाली और यूनिट की जॉब्स भी आज से ही क्रिएट करना चाह रहा हूँ, या अगर बाद में क्रिएट करना चाह रहा हूँ, तो आई कैन स्टिल डू द सेम थिंग, that I can create the jobs from this validity period. But okay, now question to you is, let's say I want to create Vemud Life TN, but I want to create this from, let's say, 5th of May 2019. Can I create it? Should system allow me to create this one? Why? क्यों?
Because client may purchase the SAP after the execution of the.
Okay, let's try it. Let's try doing that. Okay. तो मुझे किस में क्रिएट करना है? वेमुद लाइफ इंडिया के अंदर क्रिएट करना है. I want to create one more branch. Period. Zero 05 05 2019 05 05 2019. मैं क्यों नहीं क्रिएट कर पा रहा हूँ? आई कैन नॉट क्रिएट. वाई? मैं क्यों नहीं क्रिएट कर पा रहा हूँ? बिकॉज सी, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड द कॉन्फ्लिक्ट. जब मेरी सॉफ्टवेयर इंडस्ट्री का वैलिडिटी पीरियड ही 1st of January 2020 है, सो हाउ कैन आई एस्टैब्लिश अ रिलेशनशिप with this date? Correct. So this object, yeah, every other object will be valid post this date. कैन यू गेट माई पॉइंट? जब
Yes.
जब मेरा मेन एंटिटी ही 1 जनवरी 2020 को क्रिएट हुआ है, तो आई कैन नॉट क्रिएट दिस वन. It has to be it has to be after 1 Jan 2020. So see, जब भी आप रियल टाइम सिस्टम में काम करते हो ना, so these are the conflict errors that you get. Sometimes you get a requirement कि आपको यूजर बोलता है कि इस डेट से पोजीशन क्रिएट करना है, बट यू कैन नॉट क्रिएट द पोजीशन अगर org यूनिट ही उसका बाद में बना है तो. So that's why understanding the validity period is very important in all the aspects of SAP. मतलब वैलिडिटी पीरियड विल बी एवरीवेयर. मतलब अगर आप कोई एम्प्लॉय रिलेटेड डिटेल्स भी सेव करोगे ना, वैलिडिटी पीरियड विल ऑलवेज बी देयर इन एवरी सिनेरियो. अगर अपन ने एंटरप्राइज स्ट्रक्चर भी क्रिएट किया था ना, ओवर देयर ऑल्सो द वैलिडिटी पीरियड कॉन्सेप्ट इज देयर. जब भी मैं
Yes.
कंपनी कोड क्रिएट करता हूँ या कंपनी क्रिएट करता हूँ, देयर विल ऑलवेज बी द वैलिडिटी पीरियड प्रॉब्लम देयर. तो हमेशा मुझे ये याद रखना है कि द वैलिडिटी पीरियड शुड बी इन सिंक. ऐसा मैं नहीं कर सकता कि मैंने कंपनी क्रिएट की 01/01/2024 में और मैंने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन यूनिट कर दिया 1 जनवरी 2020 में. सो वाइल मेकिंग द इम्प्लीमेंटेशन इट्स बी द डेट्स हैज टू बी इन सिंक. ओके, दिस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट. ये डेट्स हमेशा सिंक में रहनी चाहिए, तभी वो सिस्टम में एरर नहीं देगा. अदरवाइज सिस्टम विल गिव यू एरर. लाइक आपको बहुत बाद में मालूम पड़ेगा कि एरर क्या आ रहा है. यू वुड नॉट बी एबल टू रिकॉग्नाइज द एरर कि इशू क्यों आ रहा है. बट द इशू समटाइम्स इज जस्ट ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ द वैलिडिटी पीरियड. So be very very careful with the validity period while even practicing the reporting structure or while creating the org unit or enterprise structure. Okay. So that's it for today's session. It was all about validity period and reporting structure. कल अपन कल tomorrow we will do important aspect which is the employee structure. क्या होता है सिस्टम में, employee structure कैसे create करते हैं, and then after that we'll go and see cost centers and controlling area. Okay.